welcome, Clifton and Tara Mooreman. Recently, right?
Yes.
Show that rock, that big rock there.
Congratulations, guys.
Thank you.
So, it started with the blow floaters, and I saw, Tara, you were promoting them pretty heavily. And then all of a sudden, Band2Hand came out, and I was like, this is a really, really good idea. And it's really selfless. And you were right when you said it sounded too good to be true. But then when I saw all the merch and stuff you were putting up for people, and I was like, like every show needs Band2Hand. So tell me where it comes. Tell me where it comes from.
Well,
where'd you get the idea?
For me, I had, I woke up with my stoner thought. We go back and forth with stuff. And I was like, you know what? I'm so tired. We heard this one show that they were going to charge 20% for a band to sell their merch. And they're not even selling it. It's just
they're
to
just
sell
taking
it
the money
there.
off the top, right? And that
it used to be that way.
Yeah, and I'm like, we're very big on the music community being a family, but the music community doesn't treat the musicians like a family. And that's what really kind of irked me and bothered me. So I was like, we need to do something that helps people. We don't take any money. We don't take a cut. People have offered percentages to keep it going, and that's what we do. No. But it wasn't about that. It was about, if you send us our shirt and you're from New York, well, now someone in California has your shirt.
Direct access. I grew up in a really small town, and you could never get any merch because back in the day we didn't have the internet, and you couldn't go. I lived 3 hours away from the nearest city, so there was a lot of bands though, and I figured, it was just a great way for people to get their word out there, their name out there. And if it was, one shirt, or they feel comfortable sending 10 CDs, whatever they want, that's for them. And the whole premise too was that we were going to be at most of these events anyway. So, what is it just to lug a tote with us, maybe a folding table, it's no big deal. Yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, there's perks. I mean, we get to go into some places for free, or I get some really good seats, but it's literally for the band,
It's an excellent way of looking at it, because really, I mean, it shows that everybody with minimal effort can help tons of people in just, like one show, like yourselves. We take one show at a time. I saw the merch booth that you put up, and I was like, I don't know, it was kind of emotional. Like, I didn't have, like, we didn't have things like that when we were kids.
Right. And that's what I figured too. And to keep my band separate from this project, to keep the integrity, we don't push my band as, trying to put it through the door. I mean, I use up actually less room on the table than we would for other musicians, just to prove that. People have tried to give us money or offer us partnerships. We can't take it. I won't take it. This is for the musicians. Yeah. Some things, some bands, they'll send us a t-shirt and say, I want $40 for that. And I'm thinking, well, I tell them it might not sell. It might be a while. But for the most part,
a lot of people have asked us, and some people were lowballing themselves. Yeah, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, it's like, you can get way more. And
if somebody
I don't know if it's California
wanted to give us
not,
a shirt for $5, we suggest no, 10, 15, 20, whatever, But just again, to keep the integrity, we can't take any money from it. We will never take any money from it. And this isn't really. A lot of people have said, "Oh, it's going to be soul sucking. You're going to have to start monetizing it." No. Like I said,
we get to talk about our friends and our favorite musicians to people. Like, by the end of, like, SG 101, for example, I will have talked about every single band on that tape. Do you like this? Actually, I do. Let me recommend others that are like it, and so on. So it helps everyone, not just one person.
How do you get the word out? Is it just word of mouth?
Yeah, it's just word of mouth and the Facebook page.
Yeah, the posts. Because I do Instagram, Facebook.
I would like to get this bigger someday, and then maybe advertising. But right now, the space in my house is limited, because we store all of the merch and secured in a climate controlled area, and that happens to be in my studio. So if I just put the word out there, and I got flooded with every little band or every, so that's the thing, So that's right now, but in the future, I would love to.
They asked how much to send, and I'm like 1 to 5, not whatever, because I don't think it's going to sell, but SG 101, we will pack before then. People,
that's always a good event.
Oh yeah. You guys get your room is here so for the
Yeah.
Don't get me
Nice.
started on the
yeah, we did. Yeah.
Is it nice?
Yeah.
Oh
we
yeah.
love
Oh,
it.
it's always nice.
We love it there.
Love it.
And it's so
golden
convenient
sails.
with Band2Hand. You don't have to lug all the
Yeah.
bins. You know, like
Yeah.
it's all right there. So.
And the way Jeff has it set up too, we can just we leave our table there at night, and they got
locked
security
down.
and it's locked down, so everything's cool.
Yeah,
We don't have to
that's
lug anything back to the room or anything like that. We just walk 20 feet to our room and do it all again the
that's
next
awesome.
day. Yeah.
What band are you looking forward most coming over to the table and saying, what is this all about?
The most looking forward
for
to
me,
see.
LHD.
She wants to see LHD.
Yeah.
And that is awesome. For me, it's
Oh,
Deadbolt.
the shit.
Deadbolt, one of my favorite bands. I got this tattoo when I was
Wait a
19
minute,
years old.
Deadbolt's gonna be there?
Yeah, they're actually going to be
Sunday.
Sunday headliners. So
Oh,
we're
that's
gonna get
crazy.
Harley and Gary Burns face to face for once.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like a dream come true.
Yeah, cool. What did you guys? Now I know this is off the surf topic, but I want to know what your guys' thoughts are on the McCharmleys.
You know, I only know a little bit about them. I think they were touring with, was it the Suffragettes last year? That's when I kind of, was it Suffragettes or
I think they were.
It was one of the High Tide record label bands.
Yeah.
And I decided to look them up. And I haven't listened to them as much enough to give a critique on it, but I think they're one of the up and coming I've seen on other bills.
Yeah, they're moving. They're actually moving.
The reason I mention it is because Frankie De La Torre is in Dean and Georgette and the Monarchs.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which kind of, I don't want to say much. They put that out on Altered State of Reverb, that single.
Yeah. Mm.
And that came out way before all that other stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
going to Dean and Georgette record.
Yeah, no, I usually, so Band2Hand shares their stuff. I like their stuff a lot, especially, I mean, we're Volcanics fans.
Huge
To
Volcanics.
start
yeah.
out,
Love
and it's a
Frankie. Love
different
awesome dude.
vibe,
The whole
you know,
guy- all the
different
guys.
side of that.
What a
which
great bunch of guys.
Me and Ben were actually born in the same hospital.
Get the hell out.
Yeah, just randomly in the Central California. Yeah, he was born
I
in the
don't
same
think that
hospital.
guy sleeps. All he does is play drums.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, he probably drums in his sleep.
I didn't realize how many
Plays drums
bands.
for like every band.
hmm
Yeah.
Every time I see a new band post, I'm like, is that band again?
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
So all right, give me a rundown so all the guests that are watching know. How does Band2Hand work from start to finish? What's the process?
So the first thing we would say is either private message me or Tara through Facebook, or leave a message any way you can on Facebook. The band themselves will decide how much merch they want to send. They set the prices of it. They send that over to us. We log every single thing down to the stickers and buttons even, and we take it to the event. And after the event's done, if it's a 1-day event or a 3-day event, the next business day generally
After SG 101, it's a couple.
It might be 2 days after
SG
SG 101,
together, but yeah.
we tally up who sold what, and then we Venmo, PayPal, however they
Cash App,
whatever they choose
electronic
to
pay
do,
for it.
and we just send the money right back to them.
And they get back 100% of what they're asking.
100%,
If they want
yeah.
30 for an album, they're going to get 30 for an album.
Yeah,
So.
that's how it goes.
Awesome.
And
I bet you spend a lot of money on your own booth, right?
yeah, some people.
Some booths are ridiculous.
Yeah.
But
some
that's a whole
are
nother
pricey,
story.
but you know, again, we were gonna go there anyway,
Yeah.
more than likely, so it's not really that much.
Some are like niche boutique known.
Like people, like
stuff.
sometimes people will send me a record and they'll be like, like I know I have to review it and possibly like send it out like as a gift to like a Patreon member or something like that at first, and but I'm holding like
I have to watch myself, because when we do get shipped things, I want to
He
go.
wants it,
I want this. I want to make a pile of what I want to keep for myself. And even though
Yeah.
I'm gonna pay for it, and they get the money, I still don't do that. I don't cherry pick our inventory because I want that to go to fans. You know, whoever.
Yeah, I know.
If I want a 45 from Frankie, I can get one. If I want a CD from Ferentz, I can get one. You know, I was a young boy in a small town, so if there was a traveling merch booth like that of surf music, I would have lost my shit. You know,
well,
so
my biggest
I think there's probably someone out there that needs it more than I do at the moment, so I don't cherry pick the inventory. I'm sorry.
Well, no, it's okay. I mean, the big thing is, like, if you're not, let's say you're not planning to go to California, that my biggest thing is an opportunity to get your merch, your brand, your name on someone who may have never heard of you before because you haven't toured yet in California. So it gives you that leg up. When you come, you might have a fan or more here waiting for you.
And you guys have like a merch, like a store, like an online store where people can come and visit.
No, that's a good idea.
But it's
again, it goes to the stage that we're at right now with the storage of the stuff.
Yeah, well, and after we sell out quick, which is good. That's not a bad thing.
Yeah, and that's another good point. Is if we sold out really quick, we wouldn't have anything in the meantime for these events.
That's true.
So that's one of the logistics we have to figure out, because I would like to have an online store. I would actually like to get more than. We have a pretty big table at every event, but I'd like to get 2 booths if I could. I mean, I want to make this.
But there's people who give us stuff that were out of the country or out of the area, and let's say like Mitsuru, he came to SG 101 and something couldn't ship. It was stuck in customs for some reason. So I was like, they're like, can you give this to Mitsuru? Sure. Or can you send this CD to someone in Oregon? No problem, because it's going to be harder for some people in different countries or areas.
And the Band2Hand isn't just about the merch too. If you're in a small touring band and you don't have anyone to watch your own merch booth while you're on stage, we will scoop some stuff over and we'll sell your merch for you. We'll watch your backpack. We'll make sure that nobody jacks your stuff, and then when you get off stage, you can handle your own booth again. You know, so it's not just about the money; it's about helping, generally smaller bands, but any band that actually needs help.
That's awesome. You guys are like your own. I mean, and I say this respectfully, like your own band camp in a sense. Like you're your own, networking community between the different bands. I'm sure you've connected a lot of bands in the process.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Even the interviews, people that wanted to interview someone but was scared. I was like, they're right there. Do it. Yeah. It's like, okay.
Since we have these working relationships with a lot of bands, we know most people by first name basis, and if somebody wants to meet them, or because I was really shy when I was a younger guy, so when I would go to these surf concerts, I mean, I've been to probably 50 Pollo Del Mar concerts, but I've only talked to Ferentz maybe 30 times face to face in my life, right? But that was recently because I was too shy to say hello and I would just leave, So if there's somebody who wants to meet someone, I'm like, dude's right over here, come here, get his autograph, or come hang out. So there's a lot that goes into this. It's not just the merch.
Well, and we tell people, like, do you want an autograph on the CD you bought? And we'll go chase people down.
I've done that 100 times.
Come here, they want your signature.
Say we sell like a Chillingsworth Surfin record, and I'll ask him, do you want me to get that signed for you? And I'm like, oh, can you? Wow. And I'm like, yes. I'll just run through the crowd and be like, John. I mean, Chillingsworth, sign another one. Lewis Bailey.
Rewind that and delete it.
Yeah, delete
it. Dude, listen. Hold on a second. Are you there? Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That is the baddest fucking bear I know.
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, he's
oh, my God. He's got to be
he's
hot,
amazing.
too.
So amazing.
The he's got
that new head that has a fan in it.
Yeah, but still, it's...
Yeah,
he is such a great guy. I want to interview him again because I had a lot of fun talking to him because
I met him through music.
Yeah,
he's
connected.
He's one of my top 5 best
from that
friends.
same punk rock background, so.
Yeah.
Sorry. So we got the logistics down. We got the mission statement, and so what's the catch? Am I missing something here, or
just to get music on people and spread? I feel like COVID kind of dimmed down people going to venues. It's been a big problem. So I feel like it'll either pull people to come out, but at least they're able to buy merch from, the musician has their merch bought and people are listening to it or wearing it outside of that,
I don't know how it is across the globe or America, but in certain scenes that I've seen, it's kind of real tight-knit communities, and it's kind of hard to get into. So what happened with, and I'm not trying to plug my band, but we got really popular really quick, and I figured, well, shit, this could end tomorrow. And if it does end tomorrow, I want to open that door and get as many of my friends' bands and, you know, small bands, anybody, get them a little recognition before, if, you know, the dream doesn't work out for me. Maybe I just inspired the next Dick Dale from Arkansas or Kansas or something, you know, because one shirt can make it to San Francisco, and that's it.
Well, it's like some people don't have merch. They'll have a card with their info with a QR code or a
we don't take just merch. That's a great point.
And I put it in every single, I have little cheetah print bags I put everyone's stuff in, and they get these cards or QR codes or whatever people send.
Some bands that don't actually have physical media, they'll send us just a stack of business cards. I'll put them out on the table, you know.
Oh, that's awesome. You know what I love when I talk to you guys is it's just like just from the heart, like you can play the music, you can listen to the music, but what you're doing is like you're just being a part of it, like, you know what I mean, like we're all it's I want to say it's just like that grassroots thing where we're all on a level playing field and we're all moving towards the same goal.
Yeah,
it's definitely grassroots. And
like you've been a big. I mean, you've
inspired the hell out of us. Yeah, seriously. And for anyone watching, we carry the Pi Records binder.
Yes,
with almost I think everything on your store is in that binder with the QR codes and everything. So if you ever see us at Band2Hand, you can definitely shop through the Pi Records store right there on the table. Do it, QR code, boom, boom, money's gone, and there you go. So, like I said, it's not just physical media.
Yeah.
Now, before we go, something special is happening, I think, on June 23rd.
I don't know.
Go ahead.
Our second album's coming out, Futuredom Eruptum. So.
But we're going to send one to you soon.
Yeah, we'll send you an advanced copy for sure.
Yeah, you don't have to.
No,
I'll pick one up. No need. Just put it on Bandcamp.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So what is tell me just a little bit about this album that's different than the surfboard that you put out.
Actually, it's the same band, you know, the same three guys are me and my two brothers. It's just, you know, all original songs except one song is a rendition of an original or someone else's song that I thought was great, you know, an old first wave song, and I just made it my own, but gave them credit for it too, you know, did the right thing. But it's pure punk surf, you know, it's like Agent Orange, but for today, you know. It's not saying that Agent Orange isn't by any means valid today, you know, but it's like Agent Orange if they were in 2025. Starting in 2025.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, and I think with them with this album too is like they're great musicians, but nobody is perfect. We can always learn until the day we die. And I feel like they've always been tight and together, but they did something a little different with this, a little different paradiddles and drumming, and he did a little bit different, you know, maybe more staccato. You guys,
we do a little more
staccato. But there is some things
still,
that are different, but it's still the bloat floaters.
It's still bare bones, three guys. I didn't overdub a whole bunch of, you know, gongs and xylophones. There's no overdub. Even on my guitar parts, I don't throw in any. I don't overdub a solo. What you're hearing is what I'm playing. You know, so if I do something a little, I'm actually doing that in real time. So I don't like overdubbing stuff. It's not cheating. It's just not my style.
Well, and they got down to some of their songs that they play very punk style, but they did it, you know, like he said, like, you know, how Agent Orange would do it, very, you know, punk, in your face, but there's the surf vibe to it too.
Oh, absolutely.
So, and then there's a live song.
Oh yeah, we threw a
there.
live song on there.
Yeah.
It's enough talking about my band.
Come
on, we're here for Band2Hand. I said this is not what we're supposed to be.
Bob Miller, recorded by Bob Miller.
My apologies.
No.
I love talking about myself. But.
So, all right, what I would love to see you is to have some sort of like, the word is terrible, but I don't know how else to say it. A franchise where you have Band2Hand's all over the country connected.
We talked about that.
We
At
did.
least like
Get
East
some
Coast, West Coast to start, and
yeah,
then move
and then maybe
in.
get the Southern or the Northern or just around the world.
I mean, there's
but I encourage people to do this.
Yes, that's another thing.
If you live in Oklahoma, get your local people together and start doing it.
This is just a crazy stoner idea that we had.
Yeah.
You know, we don't own the rights to this idea.
Yeah.
No, we don't want it. Even if we could patent this, we wouldn't. It's for the musicians.
There's a lot of like really super talented bands who are like down on themselves just because it's really, really hard to start up and get to that.
And depending where you are, too.
Yeah.
For
instance, there's a band that's like, we're open to a studio when we're moving in August, and we got some bands to come in from Pittsburgh, and you know, we kind of worked it where, you know, like one band was really popular and another band was struggling. We just said, you know, bring this band along with you, you know. And not out of pity, just because I really liked them, and I wanted to see. And you know, that was my way of doing, like, connecting.
That's the way to do it, though.
Anybody can, you know, everybody can help anybody. Is how I see it.
Or put them on a bill. Put the kid that comes to your show and says he has a band. Have him open the show and see how he does. At least get a feel for it. You know?
Whatever you could do, just do it, you know. That's the only way anybody's
I feel like
gonna get
75% of it is the confidence, or putting yourself out there and allowing, if it's good or bad, just put yourself out there. You can't learn from anything if you will die and not put yourself out there. That's terrible. Put yourself out there. You know?
And it's hard to.
You can't. I'm sorry.
Oh no, I was just saying it's hard to get over that initial hump. Where you're struggling, and then all of a sudden you don't know which way is up, which way is down.
Understandably, yeah.
All right, thank you guys so much for being on, and I'm 100% behind what you're doing.
Thank you.
I know everybody else is too, and congratulations on all the great things and all the great people you're meeting, and you're very lucky to have each other, and people that are extremely goal oriented and kind. And I'm glad you did this interview. I wanted to do it 2 years ago, and like circumstances.
It's too much to say on this call, but I'm glad we finally hooked up and did this.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you for your time. I do appreciate you. Always. We love you, Ryan. You're awesome, man.